The shrimp man actually transcended into a small life, originally wanting to die in gratitude to the world. As a descendant of the dragon kingdom, ordinary the shrimp people's hearts were filled with fierce anger, so they decided to save the country by curving their curves.
Looking into the mirror. That's awesome. Seeing a light trader is scary.
If you don't show off your righteousness, you'll just get slapped in the face when you do.
What's the rush? Let us go over there now. Okay.
We're in the past.
Our security team has already found Mirror Village. These troublemakers, they all hid in the mountains and are now surrounded by us. I'm just waiting for you to get there. If you can find the base of a resistance unit, it would be better to make a contribution.
If you were to regenerate as a Japanese and go up to the allies and claim to be one of them, they would probably just shoot you on sight. Knowing the password and cursing yourself shows that even if I don't change my public year, desire not to continue operating under the guise of being a Japanese.
The group of these cowards are all covered in dirt.
Jiao Gui pointed at the valley ahead, and he saw over 100 villagers from Jingxi village surrounded in the middle.
They were all trembling with fear. I'm telling you, the officer said, hand over the food supplies and the anti-Japanese people. There will be great rewards, guaranteed. If you don't hand them over, I'll kill him no matter what.
But right then, a shot rang out, causing the old man to scream in terror. However, the result was that the traitor had a hole in his chest. He forcefully looked at the smoking chest, plopped down to the ground with a sound, and followed
Everyone
his gaze.
is watching the shooter. Everyone is confused. What's going on? The devils have killed the traitor.
Starting an army, you've really tricked your heavenly salvation.
Who has intelligence?
At this moment, someone in the crowd slowly stands up and speaks slowly. The traitors and Japanese soldiers on the periphery were so frightened that they raised their guns again, and also the comrades of the resistance in the crowd nervously touched their hands around their waist.
Don't get me wrong, I'm just taking a picture. Uncle S' expression is a bit more painful. Huh, right. Even more painful. Water, help rub some more blood on Uncle S' face. Hang in there, Uncle.
After a good while of torment, the old man was finally liberated, and when he left, the look in his eyes was filled with resentment. Then the subordinates took a photo of the traitor who was just killed, and then signaled to everyone.
Alright, everyone stay put and start cooking food. By the way, share some cans or cookies with the villagers.
This has really upset the locals now.
We were so scared, we almost peed ourselves when eating. You guys are still giving us food?
But there's no choice, you have to bow down when facing a gun. While everyone was eating, the shrimp man sat next to a middle-aged man.
Are you from the anti-Japanese guerrillas?
The man's face turned pale as he reached for his waist, but the subordinate stopped him.
Haha, if I wanted to kill you, you would be dead by now. Let me introduce myself. My name is Shrimp Man, part of the 4th Division. How should I address you?
My name is Su Ming. How did you know I was from the resistance?
It's simple. First of all, your age. The village is full of old and weak people. You being a young man among them doesn't fit in. One hand holds a gun for long periods, while another works with tools.
Paused, then someone patted his shoulder.
Are different. Don't worry, I have no ill intentions. I just want to collaborate with you. Yes, if we cooperate, it will benefit both of us. It's better for everyone when everything goes well. Very simple. Lie down first, then close your eyes.
What the heck? Su Ming exploded, turning red with embarrassment, thinking he could be killed, but not humiliated. He immediately reached for his treasure, ready for perish together. The shrimp person stopped him in time.
Don't misunderstand. I really don't have any thoughts about your health. What I mean is that you and these villagers are all lying down and send it to the higher-ups for easy communication. Don't worry, after this all for
each
nothing.
Person gets 10 caddies of rice. We'll give you 10 caddies of rice. Then let us go.
It does not mean giving each of you 10 caddies of rice. This guy can be mentally challenged.
In the end, Su Ming asked the common people to cooperate in wiping blood, and then lie on the ground. If you rise for the blood being wiped, it will be pitifully expensive and squeeze out.
Okay, everyone has worked hard. Let us call it a day. Old Su, please share these rice with the fellow townspeople.
At this moment, Su Ming is still pushing hard, but the traitor pretending to kneel is even more fierce. These things were all taken by him from his own home and given to Tai Jun using their ultimate skills again.
The 4th Division. After this, everyone will go back to Jingxi village.
The shrimp then led his troops away, leaving all of us here at Dailyu's place. These Japanese seem a bit strange.
I think so too.
According to intel, they were supposed to be sweeping through, but I've never seen them do it like this before. Previously, they would kill everything, burn everything, and steal everything. After now they're getting things out, they killed a traitor and gave us over 3,000 pounds of rice. What are they trying to achieve?
Now Su Ming won't know what to say either.
How did you learn Huaxia Yuri? You're amazing. Haha, when in Huaxia, we should learn its culture. In the future, you'll need to start speaking Huaxia as well.
Brother, can you teach me?
Alright, listen up. I'm your brother.
What does that mean?
It means liking, respecting, and being polite.
So this. Brother, I understand.
At the moment, the shrimp has fully accepted the original owner's memories. The urgent task is to ensure that all 13 members of the squad are stabbed in the back before even starting anything. According to his memory, during the War of Resistance against Japan, there were a total of 350,000 traitors and only consists of 13 people, but there are hundreds of dogs among them. This is both ironic and ridiculous, but it falls into his hands. That's quite a laugh.
Everyone is gathering for the meeting.
The Japanese squad has over 100 people. The rest
but only
are all
13
traitors.
are actually
This makes
useful.
the shrimp from Lom country very angry, but he knows that to fight outside, you must first stabilize the inside. As he surveyed the room, he secretly sighed with relief. Some of them because they were all from Osaka. Some were street vendors, and most had known each other before. But there were also a few troublemakers.
Xiaorenji, you dare to blatantly trade supplies? I'm reporting this to Captain Lien. I want you tried in military court. How dare you?
Who wants to give me an anonymous report? Everyone is staring at the shrimp's brother in fear. They're afraid he might go crazy. It was so sad for a while. Orslo sat in the corner and awkwardly smiled to media.
Haha, misunderstanding. It's all a misunderstanding.
Then tell us exactly what the misunderstanding is.
I think that maybe some person did this with divine intention.
Everyone looked at each other, not saying anything, but clearly waiting for an answer from shrimp person. Violence cannot always
Clearly,
make people
they were
succumb
expecting
forever.
some kind
And
of
shrimp person
explanation.
wants
Let
this
me ask
fact.
you all, how much are your subsidies? 3 yen, right? Let me ask again, if you die in battle, how much does the funeral cost? 30 yen, right? Do any of you know the current price of beef in Japan?
I do. Currently beef costs 2.3 yen. A bicycle costs 90 yen. A haircut is 0.8 yen. With our salary, we can only buy 20 pounds of flour. If you want meat, you can eat it once at most. Drinking?
Correct
Forget
answer.
about it.
I don't think anyone here would risk their life for 3 yen, nor would anyone sacrifice themselves for 30 yen.
Exactly. In the month I sold fish in Osaka, I could earn at least several hundred yen with 3 yen. Our family of 6 would starve to death eating dirt. If they hadn't caught me and wanted to shoot me, I would have run away long ago. To be honest, I'm more afraid of dying than anyone else. Who will take care of my mother and children if I die? It's just the funeral fee of 30 yen. And who has 30 yen? From top to bottom, we get no more than 10 yen. The main issue is that even after we die, we're not allowed to send our bodies back home.
Alright then, let's listen to me. I promise to bring all of you back alive. Also ensuring that you and your families get well fed.
Captain, did you really have business before?
Takagi, I remember you having relatives at the military headquarters.
My brother-in-law is there.
But it doesn't matter about rank or status, as long as we're using a wolf's head to sell dog meat. Takagi, it's enough. Pick up some of my photos later and report on the battle situation. You know how to write about casualties, right?
Hey,
Takagi is weak in body, but strong in social skills. If you weren't afraid of scaring his little
would have
brother,
been promoted
this mad
to
squad leader. How could a shrimp like him ever be considered?
When our unit executed
immediately
a sweep
stood up
operation,
and announced to
a fish
everyone.
village was attacked by anti-Japanese guerrilla units. After fierce fighting, our unit completely wiped out the anti-Japanese outright and captured several weapons. In the battle, not only did we lose one man named Panasonic, but also lost 3,400 rounds of ammunition was damaged, 1 mortar cannon, 22 shells, and 113 grenade were recovered.
Hearing Fujita's report, the shrimp heart was overjoyed, thinking that this guy is really a talent. The report first mentioned the combat achievements and casualties, then added some pictures, and
Which way should
Fujita's
I go?
relationship with the military
After the
department.
meeting, they didn't dawdle, just took Fujita
The main
along.
purpose of sending the combat loss report to the military department was not secondary.
It was
Looking at
mainly
the
about
combat
maintaining
report and
good
photos on
relations
the
with
table.
Fujita's
Sato was
superior,
dumbfounded
Seno.
because he had once planned for his brother-in-law to join the 4th Division
He
as an
intended to
opportunity
arrange
for
to gain
him to return
experience.
home after a while. But he never expected that this
He couldn't
fool would
believe what
achieve
he saw
something
from
from
Fujita.
Is the
Fujita.
content of this report true? With all of you taking on one team, don't you believe it, brother-in-law? Aye.
At that time, it was the security team that surrounded these people in the valley.
Then, Fububu is mainly the Fujio army, fighting bravely. He is a machine gunner, using his terrain advantage to almost kill more than half of the enemy's guns, all of which were
This
destroyed.
report doesn't highlight any issues at all, and the numbers are all within reasonable limits. Adding photos is indeed impeccable.
Good performance, clumsy. Although this game won't allow you to advance, parents definitely won't be able to do so. In that case, I'm in charge. This time, aside from ammunition and firearms, I'll stir up another batch of martial Thank you, arts brother-in-law for you guys. Fujino, for going out to farm weapons and equipment before.
Takagi, brother-in-law Fujiko went out too.
Sato's expression turned meaningful.
Sad after a moment of hesitation, he poked at the
Fujik,
terrifying
from
shoulder
now on,
and
I
spoke
entrust
softly.
you to take care of him. I know that in battles, people get hurt.
I understand.
But Fujiko,
You really do understand.
Yes, even if I die, Fujiko-kun cannot die. I will use my official hat to guarantee your safety.
I'll quickly transfer Fujiko's unit over and try not to cause trouble for you. In the future,
More casualties
when your squad
reported.
should be directly sent to me by Fujiko. I will
By the
consider
way,
taking
I have
care
a
of you
request.
accordingly.
This time during the battle, our comrade Sato sacrificed himself. I want to personally pay for an additional coffin so that Fujiko can send him home and also comfort his family.
Logically, the military does not allow wasting manpower or resources. The person who sent Jirue back to his hometown is so kind-hearted. Since Shrimpren is so considerate, I approve
My
of
wife
it.
keeps nagging me about
My
sending
eyes are
this guy
shining
back
with
home
joy.
every day. Now it's settled. When Shrimpren
Just in
returned
time
from the
for
military
Kara
to go back to Japan, it was already dark, but he didn't go home to rest. At the big
Instead,
mulberries tree
he
in the
rushed off
village,
to Jingzi
Old Su
village
led a
again.
group readying themselves. Old Su, the Japanese.
Just call me Shrimpren. Look, I brought you a great treasure.
Shrimpren pushed aside the tarp on the truck, and almost made Suming rise into heaven at the sight
I'm
of what
giving
was
all
inside.
these things to you. Oh, and this track too.
Old Sue, isn't this your private child left behind when you studied in Japan?
Get out of here. Even my dad wouldn't be that generous. Are you just giving them away for free?
These treasures can buy a new coffin.
The shrimp man has crossed over to the small days, but in order to save his country indirectly, he is desperately donating weapons to dragon country shot by their own cannons. Shrimp man,
Of course
won't
not.
these things be given
These
for
things
free?
will get you a new coffin.
Isn't this some kind of lunatic?
Of course, there are also pickled meat, fruit cans, chicken, duck, fish, milk,
But we
etc.
don't have money to buy these things either. Our anti-Japanese guerrillas
We haven't
absolutely
taken
do
even
not
one
take
needle
anything
or
from the
thread from them.
locals.
You can borrow these first, and how to use them depends on yourselves.
Anyway, the coffin must be made quickly. After saying that, the shrimp man walked away with great confidence, even giving up at all those weapons and ammunition, and got confused
You
again.
say this devil trades weapons and ammunition for food, understand?
He just
But
said
what's
he
the
still
point
needs
of him
to
changing
exchange for
officials?
loose water powder. Who cares? With these weapons and ammunition, we in the resistance team. We are all super big spenders now.
Late at night, as expected by the shrimp people, the house of the trader dog was bombarded with cannonballs, which can be considered as contributing to the prosperity and strength of the motherland and a bunch of supplies. After getting
Shrimp person
instructions,
coughed
Old
quickly.
Sue was ready
Old
to
Sue,
leave.
Did you guys blow up someone's ancestral grave?
This doesn't need to be arranged by us dogs. We've hidden all the gold ingots
you
in our
guys are still
ancestors'
making a
graves.
profit from
If
this
we don't
deal.
blow them
Hey,
up,
hey.
we won't be able to take
By
them
the
out.
way, if you want the coffin, it can be for Master Jia, right?
Just as we were talking, Jiague came over crying and calling for his mother.
You really have to make the decision for me. My dad is dead, and our family grave was blown up. Oh, officer, isn't this a coffin for my dad? Officer, you're so kind. Dad, did you see that? My son finally made some status.
Don't get me wrong, this is for the Panasonic soldiers. Just by your own family grave directly. They blew up a pit, which saved us digging it ourselves. Fact Som, we got news last night, but we're too late to act.
After sending off Old Sue, the shrimp man came looking for Fujita and handed over the bag.
Fujita-kun, rest well in Japan for a few days. The bag contains gifts I prepared for our sister. Additionally, these gold coins, make sure to tell her they are from her brother-in-law.
Why?
Fortunately, Fujita's brain works fine. He quickly understood the shrimp man's intentions. If the gold bars directly to Sato, that would be corruption. But if Toy gives it to his wife in Sato's name, then the money is legitimate. Sister will be happy, and Sato will be pleased. He believes that as long as Sato is in Shichang, he'll know what's going on.
By the way, the Shimo family also has their hardships. After we return, we should take care of them a bit.
Yalu called another meeting, but this time it was a meal discussion. They ate barbecue outside, while sitting at tables with pork stewed with vermicelli. A group of soldiers were eating meat sizzling with oil. Meanwhile, the servants
Also
began
blew
to
up
plan
Xiaogui's
again.
house, killing over 30 people and taking photos. These things can be used to show off casualties, and then use those casualties to exchange for money and supplies with Old Sue. It's truly satisfying, Xiaogui, for your hard work these past days. I previously promised you good food and drink. A lot of money now. You've eaten and drunk enough. It's time to share the profits. One small yellow fish. Each person gets a gene, about 2 pounds of liquor. The other meat is for the kitchen. From now on, we'll eat meat every meal.
Of course, it's great. Captain Shrimp, I will always be loyal to you. Your son has made some progress. He hasn't done anything but help with the fish and the waste belt.
By the way,
Now he
everyone
wants to
should go
save
out
us from
more
drinking
often
too much.
and not stay cooped up here all the time. Use your commercial value.
Captain Shrimp is right. We are all business people. Now that we're in Longhua, let's start doing business. These small yellow fish are
I
our
plan
capital.
to continue my old job selling socks. Our socks are very good quality, so many people will buy them.
I think selling coffins would be better. I donated the wood and sawed it into coffin pieces. They look both touching and beautiful,
Everyone was
so they'll
discussing,
definitely be
but one
popular.
person's words gave Captain Shrimp a new perspective.
Yeah, selling coffins. Chao County-S coffins will dominate Japan in the later stages. Now that I've got control of the supply, I might as well get rich in the future.
At this moment, the shrimp person secretly made up their mind that in the days to come, even more bizarre Japanese soldiers run towards Jingxi village every day at dawn, selling things in the not-so-fluent Chinese
Selling
rain.
socks, melon seeds, big ones are good.
Beef and beef are delicious. It is really delicious. They sell peanuts and melon seeds at a cheap price. It is really cheap.
However, as we were selling shrimp, people realized something was off. One after another, people started saying that the belt had been lost, sneakily running out with the mortars.
If I don't take care of this, I'll probably have to sell it too. Let me emphasize, I don't care about your business spending money, but military supplies cannot be resold.
Captain, we didn't resell those supplies. They were all worn out during training. No, they were all broken.
I said military supplies can't be sold. You guys sold them? What did I sell?
Me.
I'm not joking. The shrimp is telling the truth too. Firstly,
Selling your own
you sell to
supplies.
yourself, and secondly, it's safe with channels. Neither party would these people are allowed to sell, maybe they'll sell to their superiors. Then our squad leader status, Fujita returned with a smile. The shrimp raised his hand, and everyone left the room immediately.
What happened to them?
They've been doing business lately, even selling military supplies secretly.
How can we do that? If the higher-ups find out, we can't afford to get caught.
I was thinking the same thing. It's not a big deal though. I've already taken care of it. Didn't you ask me to take some extra rest days?
I'm in such a hurry to come back and be reborn.
What about Songmu over there?
He's quite pitiful. His case wasn't reported to the upper levels, but the military department gave him double the funeral expenses. His whole family is very grateful to you. Because they were so poor, they couldn't even put food on the table. According to the rules, only one arm could be sent back with him. Thanks to your mercy, not only did you send him back in full condition, but you also spent money yourself to buy him an excellent coffin. Well, actually, their family is mainly grateful for the coffin. After all, it was a great help.
What does that mean?
The funeral fee for Pinecone is only 60 yen even if doubled, but after you return the coffin you gave him. His family sold it for 3,500 yen in a layover.
Selling even coffins? Are you really that poor?
After thinking about it, the shrimp person understood that at that time, the expenses of ordinary Japanese families were about 3 yen per month. And to save on expenses, they will throw the elderly and useless elderly sending these people to war is also to reduce the burden on families and society.
Shrimp man, to be honest, seeing the coffin selling for so much money makes me want to die.
Haha, if you die, there is no need for that. But if you realize, you can still sell selling arms can't be done every day either. We need to engage in some real business. Currently, we buy cemetery plots at a low price and sell them for a high profit.
This way, Shrimp and Taro have made a fortune through various means. It's like a gold mine, however, good times don't last forever. An accident happened,
Shrimp was puzzled
and Taro
and
cried his
asked,
heart out.
"You've earned so much money, why aren't you happy?"
If Shrimp hadn't asked, he might still be alive. But after
My
asking,
brother-in-law
he
said
wanted
that
to
we are
die.
about to be transferred.
What do we fear? Wherever we go won't affect our funeral business. I told old Sue, they just need to handle the deliveries.
No, something happened. My brother-in-law said that Shan Xiaofengwen is about to be assigned as the commander of our division.
Zhang Xiaofengwen? He's very familiar. He's a practical man. If he really comes over and becomes a big shot, it won't just affect business, but people's lives too. This is like a critical battle with great significance.
What are you talking about?
It's okay. By the way, what else did your
He said
brother-in-law
if Shan
say?
Xiaofengwen asks us to go to other places, remember not to go, don't go.
You can disobey military orders.
Your brother-in-law said we must comply with military orders, but what if the person is too sick to fight? Then they can disobey.
Faking illness will work. Let me handle this. I have a better plan.
But
We'll continue selling coffins. Even if I die, I won't let you die.
After that, Shrimp took Tanai to Jingzi village. Tanai thought Captain wanted them to kill Saya Kamiya. To his surprise, there was new goods.
This time without equipment. I shamelessly asked for your help.
Old Sue wouldn't believe it even if he died. He might save the Japanese soldiers' lives himself, but it was just a fleeting idea.
What do you need me to
He
do?
agreed anyway.
I want you to find an old Chinese medicine doctor.
You're
An
sick?
old Chinese medicine
It's
doctor.
not that I need to be sick.
I've traveled through time and ended up as a young man. Everyone else is fighting on the front line, but I'm hiding behind, pretending to be sick, which makes my superior feel like he's urging me forward every day.
Come here, let's start checking it out. Let him get bitten by a dog. Wow, you run faster than a rabbit. Looks like you're all better now. But there's still this paralysis issue. Please drag it into some water for a while.
With just a few words, everything's fine again. It made Shang Xiafeng so furious, he started
You bunch
cursing
of
us.
fools. Loyal service to the Empire is our greatest honor. Aren't we supposed to take weapons and equipment with us?
However, to the utter surprise of Shinya Fukuwara, the shrimp people started messing around
Suddenly,
again. A car stopped and all the soldiers rushed out. Soon after, they hit a nearby bush and couldn't be seen anymore. The soldiers in the following vehicle were stunned and quickly joined them, shouting orders. Then they completely panicked and fled. Even the last soldier, Shinya Fukuwara, who was supposed to stay back for cover, didn't care about his reputation and rolled under a large rock.
I don't know. What the heck is going on here?
Shinya Fukuwara was furious as gunshots rang out everywhere, causing chaos. But even though he was the commander, he still didn't know what had happened. He searched everywhere until he finally found the shrimp people.
Reporting, we need to poop. Everyone seems to have caught diarrhea. Sorry about that, it's happening again.
Get out of here, hurry up and get going.
But how could the clever and shrewd Shang Xiafeng easily believe it? He immediately called for the army doctor to thoroughly check them. The experienced shrimp knew what was coming and had prepared in advance.
The army doctor conducted individual examinations on these people, and they were indeed diagnosed with acute diarrhea, despite being so severely ill. They still managed to keep up with us. It's really not easy.
Alright, let's split into teams to help save some lives.
The previous few squadrons, there were casualties in the battle just now, and several cars were damaged.
The shrimp paused. This wasn't part of his plan. He quickly covered his stomach and reported to the commander-in-chief.
Hold on, let me in.
Never mind, you guys split up and rest in place. Once you're ready, speed will catch up eventually.
Dongwen, known as the god of bicycling, has been completely conquered by the Osaka He never expected to see the shrimp man again.
I don't know when it will be, but my brothers are cooking rice in pots. But Captain Shrimp, we don't have any meat left.
The shrimp person opened a box labeled Grenade, which was filled with a bunch of fresh meat.
Being able to follow Captain Shrimp was my base server in my past life.
Just like that, the team led by the shrimp man started to slack off and began eating meat by the roadside, then lying on the ground and sleeping soundly after eating. The shrimp person then secretly called the people from the resistance, reporting the marching route of little days. This really got Shinya Honda in a mess. 3 trucks, including the soldiers on them, were directly sent to meet the Emperor. Chaotic. Shinya Honda hadn't even seen the enemy's team before they were scattered everywhere, on the other making him furious and running around like crazy. Shinya Honda to hurry up and get there as soon as possible, no matter how much they had to rush.
I don't care.
He pretended not to know anything and kept resting until the 5th day when tragedy happened. Shinya Honda actually sent someone named Kojiro to pick them up. As soon as they got into the car, they pointed their gun at Kojiro's head.
My diarrhea hasn't fully recovered yet, and I'm afraid of getting sick if we drive too fast. If you slow down enough, these will be a problem.
So Kojiro lowered the speed from 80 miles per hour to 60, then to 20. Finally, he even dropped the speed to single digits. This made the shrimps very satisfied, but they still thought it was too fast, so they got out of the car.
The tire is broken? No, it's not. See, I said it was broken. Alright, guys, let's repair the car.
A few stills are enough to make a big meal. Soon, the delicious aroma fills the air. The poor guy who's still repairing the car keeps looking around.
Of course, it's for you. Follow us, and we'll make sure you have plenty of meat every day. I hope our journey can be longer. It would be great if it never ends. So fragrant, drink more.
It tastes so good.
After half a bottle, Xiongwu Erlang passed out directly.
Oh no, it's getting dark again. Let's head back to the county town. Will it break down if we drive there? Hasn't been repaired yet. I don't know cars, so I don't care. Whether there will be a problem or not, you should ask Xiongwu Erlang.
Got it.
So after the car was repaired in the county and dragged on for another 3 to 4 days, whenever Shan Xiaofeng the shrimp would blame everything on Xiongwu Erlang. Then after getting scolded, they'd pull this guy out to eat meat and drink wine. It wasn't that the shrimp even didn't want some money. It was actually Xiongwu Erlang who didn't want to leave.
The car hasn't been fixed yet. Even if it's fixed, it needs maintenance. This is an Empire treasure. No room for any slacking off.
I've crossed over time, but now I'm living like a leisurely life, while others wait for me at the battlefield keeps urging me on every day, but I'm still out with my hand in the mountains and waters. Yet it took me a full month to get there. Unfortunately, this time, the Commander-in-Chief issued an iron order. If you don't arrive within 3 days, everyone must commit was that we had a trump card up our sleeves. Everyone saw this, and rushed into the nearby bush, thinking they were about to face a fierce battle. To their surprise, a group of people happily started eating big chicken legs.
What's going on?
This scared Xiongwu Erlang.
Our enemy has already infiltrated us, and you guys are still eating chicken legs? Do you want some
too? They were surrounded, but the enemy just laughed and said, Xiaoren Jun, how did your performance go?
Haha, Lao Su, your acting skills have improved again. Let's stick to our agreement then.
It's fine to take the photo first. Everyone is lying down. Smear some ash on the face, then old Zu skillfully lets his subordinates lie down, pretending to be corpses, while Grandpa King skillfully takes photos.
Directed, throw away all the weapons and equipment, bring food and drinks back to the county town
was foolish again. He saw with his own eyes that these enemies were actually driving a truck and dragging a group of shrimp people back to the county town. The shrimp person also shamelessly called Fengwen Yamashita.
Our unit encountered a resistance attack on the road. After intense combat, the enemy was mostly annihilated, but there was severe damage to the vehicles.
So I decided that this really gave Fengwen Yamashita a scare.
But the shrimp person said, please rest assured, master. Even if you run, I will still get there as quickly as possible.
This gave Yamashita Fengwen a long sigh of relief.
Everyone sees beauty. This is the true warrior of my empire.
The next day was scary. It really made people run forward. It's just that Yukujiro had only run 2 steps. I just realized that no one is running behind me.
These jerks are as frivolous as they are, chatting and eating chicken legs at the same time. Shrimp Army, do we have to run 2 steps instead of being better at running? What a coincidence. I'm not good at running either.
Just like that, a group of people were walking around leisurely, and suddenly trucks came from behind. When passing by the shrimp people's team, a head sticks out from the car window.
It turns out to be a rice bucket from Osaka, huh? It took us a month to get here, and it only took us 4 days to get there.
Faced with such humiliation, the shrimp man not only did not get angry, but was actually very happy because he knew that it would soon be over. Sure enough, within about half a day, they discovered something unusual ahead of them.
This looks like the Sendai regiment. Why are there so many dead? Were they ambushed?
Nonsense! You revealed your route yourself! Old Su definitely won't let them off. Check carefully. See if there's any more survivors among the captains. I have one here who hasn't been checked yet. Then it's up to you to save him.
As a result, the Empire's injury rate decreased again. And as expected, they wasted another day. While the shrimp man was slacking off, Hashina's brother-in-law sent him a message. The main content is that the frontline soldiers have suffered huge losses. The headquarters has decided to merge with the Soviet army, and the battle will soon be over.
Let's go! If we don't hurry up,
this time they managed to reach the front line in less than 3 days.
Commander-in-Chief, we're here. Brothers, where are the enemy? Charge. Even if you get hurt, you'll fight even more bravely. Point at those almost invisible combatants and curse them out.
Show some guts and don't run away. Let me show you how powerful my empire soldiers are.
Commander-in-Chief, let me take a unit to help the Sendai Corps. Yeah.
Indeed, I'm a warrior of our empire.
So the shrimp people returned to their intense work of treating injured soldiers. In the makeshift hospital, the wounded from the Sendai Legion cried for their mothers and fathers, and the room was full of shrimp people who stepped on an oxygen
Press hard on
tube
his
of
wound
one
to
of the
comfort
wounded.
him. Hold back a bit, and sing you LL hold on well. It is almost done. Right. Just like that. It doesn't
With the help of the
hurt at
shrimp
all.
people, the casualties of the Sendai Legion quickly decreased in a straight line. It is more frustrating because the shrimp people are helping others while they re-at it.
While liking to complain that the Sendai Lion clan is all rice buckets, if it were our guild leader.
They were definitely going to beat us. Their shoes are worn out. If I had known this would happen, I wouldn't he have come. ISNT, this just wasting
Team
time?
leader, when are we going to play? Our teams can't wait any longer. I ask you, when the time comes, let me be the first one up.
If only all the Imperial stocks were warriors like this, it wouldn't he be so strong in battle. The battle has already ended. We should go back now.
But the next second, Shan Xiaofeng suddenly got a shock and thought of the reporter
Upon
guarding
turning my
outside the
head,
door.
I saw the scarred soldiers. If they were captured by a reporter and sent back to the
must be
country,
laughing
himself to death. You all go to the front of the team to cheer up and have fun. So the shrimp people lead the team.
Walk bravely to the front of the team. This is also something that can be helped. In the entire team, only the division of the shrimp people until they are most complete, full of fighting spirit. Only then can they represent the true face of the royal family. The news came out quickly, and the shrimp man's photo topped the empire and the shrimp man also received a commendation from the empire. Not only promoted to squadron leader, but also specially gave him a wife. He is clearly Japanese, yet he disregards the risk of life to deliver weapons to the dragon army, simply because he is a traveler who helps ordinary people escape from the sea of suffering. Old Xia is here.
The price
Are you
can be
planning to sell your
negotiated.
gear?
You're dreaming. I just got promoted to squad leader and already sold my cannon.
You're right.
It's too risky.
So why did you come this
I'm here
time?
to sell some gear. Hey, let me explain. We can't just give it away directly. After all, there are still 180 people under me watching. But I came up with a good idea. We could raid bandits. These guys are even more despicable than the Japanese. They usually don't dare to bully the poor and often collaborate with Japan.
But these brats are indeed despicable.
To be honest, our squad is about to move to a new place. So before we leave, I want to cause as much trouble for the locals as possible. And only by defeating the bandits can I have a proper opportunity to report more casualties. Only then will I be able to provide you with equipment.
So it's like this? No problem at all. I'll help you two maintain your romantic relationship. People are going to both of you forgot about your identities. Taking the anti-Japanese guerrillas to fight the bandits, and then they 3 days later, old Su set fighting the Japanese again. Look, this small path is the only way into the cave.
To attack, but we don't need to attack ourselves. We just watched the show. It's time for you to express loyalty to the Empire. Take your troops and get ready.
So you're sending me to my doom?
You damn fool. Wait a minute.
Don't be so slow during the fire season. If I remember correctly, I'm an informer. If it weren't for being afraid of death, I wouldn't have been such a traitor. I thought that once I became the commander-in-chief of the Thai army, all other security teams would apologize to me. Then I could live a normal life with someone else. But I didn't expect this situation to last only a few days. You're forcing me to lie and cheat. Why should I even bother? So many people are here, and you specifically want me to join in. Who do you think I am? Why don't you just leave me alone?
Everyone is
so
back
annoying.
now. Damn it. Let's go. Kill the chicken.
Just like that, these traitors rushed forward, but after going about 100 meters, we heard gunshots from the distant mountain road, which scared us into rushing back. The shrimp person was so angry, he ran back with steam coming out of his ears. They turned around to charge forward. After more than half an hour, this band of outlaws was finally wiped out.
I've never stolen anything from you.
I'm Liang Men, a big Liang Men. This scoundrel here, don't be fooled by his harmless look. He's ruthless. Can the shrimp give me this guy?
Sure, I'll leave him with you.
Come on, old shrimp. I toast to you with
This time we part. It might be hard to meet again in the future. Don't say that. China will eventually win.
By the way, keep this dollar coin for now. If you need my help later, remember to send someone over with it. Can we win? Of course.
That night, the two drank to their heart's content. As they were about to part, a servant told old Su something in his ear, and those sent to sweep through the mountains encountered an ambush. The battle went exceptionally smoothly, with all of Jiaogui's traders being wiped out. By this point, there was not a single trader or bandit left in the area where the shrimp people lived. What remained were well-equipped anti-Japanese teams. After the shrimp people moved their defense to North China, the Sendai division took over. As soon as they entered Jingzi village, old Su slowly drew out 16 cannons.
Sir, are you looking for children? My daughter Nyo can wash clothes. Cooking costs 3 taels.
Boss, I don't want money. Can you give me some food to eat?
This makes the shrimp people's hearts feel struck by lightning. The suffering war brings to the people. If you keep talking nonsense, it is not as shocking as just taking a glance in person. Looking at these poor children, the shrimp man secretly made up his mind to help them escape from the sea of suffering, living a life of being well-fed and warmly clothed. However, things have not been so smooth because of the food brought by the troops. It is just enough for our own people to eat for a month, but there are a full 100 people standing outside.
What should we do as a team? What else can we do?
Logistics to cook for the villagers, but so many people are having a meal. In a few days, we starve ourselves to death. Let us not worry about anything else for now, and let them eat this meal until they're all fed. Sir, don't you guys farm at all? How could you be so poor?
Hey, we're all ordinary people. How can we not farm? But this land hasn't been burned down yet. Is it a natural disaster or human misfortune? In recent years, there's been constant warfare. Even if the fields do yield crops, they are either taken by the Japanese or by the warlords and local oppressors.